going to kind of just do it off the spur, like improv things.
Well, we
Which is
got
what we
you
normally
fueled
do.
up with coffee. You're all good.
There
now.
we go.
All right. We can
you
save
have
you some. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to work for it though. Al Connor's joining us once again. Always joining us on the improv with crazy improv, and you're very talented. You're actually going to be helping out with the March Break Camp happening at the Ottawa School of Drama. Bruce Bissonnette is joining us, the artistic director with the school. So lots on the go.
Yeah.
Look at you all smiley already, and a lot of things getting ready for March Break. We're
Yes.
starting to really see that kind of things ramping up, and you've got 4 different camps planned for the week.
We do. We have a Discovery Drama, which is for ages 6 to 7, and that one really is about games for that age. It's kind of hard to corral them to do much more than that, but the games are very educational and help with a lot of different things. Then we have Page to Stage, which is a 8 to 11-year-old, and that is really literally like it sounds. Take the page, what's on the page, bring it to the stage, and perform it for the kids, which is fantastic.
So down from script to setting to you know, the set, everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's tamed down. It's not a full production, but
No,
it's
you got a week.
You got a week, exactly. So you can't really pull it off in a week. And then we have a musical theater, which is again, it's the same kind of concept of Page to Stage, but now we're looking at the triple threat: the singing, the dancing, and the acting. And then we have improv, and that's where we have Mr. Al Connor's coming in to help us out with an improv camp, which is 12 plus.
So you work with a lot of different crowds, I have to say. I mean, I've seen you in all different situations. So how do you bring it to that level with the kids?
Well, teaching improv to smaller, younger students and smaller. The younger ones tend to be smaller. Is quite different than teaching to adults, because when you're teaching improv to adults, you have to remind them how to play. It's like, because people forget how to play when they grow up. It's sad, but it happens.
We do.
Whereas all kids know how to do is play. So when you're teaching kids, you actually, in some ways, have to add a few more rules and restrictions to what they're doing to focus their play into a specific direction. Whereas with adults, with Bruce here, I'm sure, you know, you might not remember what it's like to just make believe.
Yes.
So
yeah, well, we tend to lose that, which is so refreshing when you see it in a child. So the ideas would probably come a little. You probably get inspired a little bit with some of the ideas that come out of them with these games.
Oh, absolutely. Kids are very creative, very creative, and it's like takes instructors like Aldo who find games that can just extract that.
Okay, so how would a game work?
Well, there's this is actually I've never actually tried this game with young people, but it's a game I play with adults all the time. And basically, improv is about being decisive. It doesn't really matter what you do as long as you decide to do it and you do it right away. And you don't think about it too much. So it's a ancient old joke structure. So Leanne, just think of any, just tell me any object, just any random thing.
Okay, plate and doorknob.
Plate and doorknob. So two things.
Two things I saw right at the corner of my eye.
Plate and doorknob.
In this case, the creative process was you saw something and then you said something. And so it's a joke. So it's like, how is a plate like a doorknob? And then the next person down the line would repeat.
How is a plate like a doorknob?
And then
well, you know what? That's a really interesting question. What do you think, Al?
So yeah, and again, and by the time it gets back to me, I need to have come up with an answer. How a plate is like a doorknob.
So how is a plate like a doorknob?
How is a plate like a doorknob?
Both are the gateway to deliciousness.
With gluten-free bread.
With gluten-free bread. I don't know. But the point is, I've been on the road for 2 weeks. The point is, it doesn't matter what you say. When you're put on the spot, you have to have an answer ready. And that answer isn't always going to be funny, or it isn't always going to be correct, but you have to have an answer.
And it gets kids thinking, right?
Yeah,
sometimes you got to be quicker on your feet.
It does. It's a great skill set that it can be taken right into adulthood, really. So learning at that age, it's really good for them to just learn to just express and not be worried about what they might say or may not say.
All right, with just a couple seconds left, so how can people get involved in the camp then?
We can go to ossd.com and register online, or you can call the school at 613. Is it online?
It'll be on the screen, but I want to say, you can choose which one you think your kid would better have strive, and there's still spaces in each of those camps.
There is, yeah, and it's really based on age, so that's what you're really looking for.
Awesome. Yep. Nicely done, the plate. And then
hey, you know,
the doorknob.
Okay, coffee mug, and a guitar.
Coffee. How is a coffee mug like a guitar?
Yeah.
Well, is that me now?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I don't know. How is a coffee cup like a guitar? They both sing music when I play them or I drink them.
Bruce Bissonnette, ladies.
Yeah, that's right.
I need support now.
All right, well, there you have all the information there, and of course, getting set. You need ideas for March break.